Which is stupid because Canada Day is the holiday last time I checked. That's when people do stuff, is on Canada Day. I'm so upset about this and I don't even have to work on Canada Day. I'm upset for all the people who do have to work. Are you sad that I'm in your beanbag chair? Because in case you didn't know, it's actually my beanbag chair.
Now what are you creeping?
Oh, I was just waiting for you to be done on
Shannon?
the phone. What? No, I was just looking at Instagram.
Oh.
Hello! I'm here with a tag video that I was tagged in. I was tagged in the mid-year check-in tag by Jade from Boho Bookworm, so thank you so very much for tagging me, making me feel special. It was created by two wonderful people who I will leave in the description for you. I will also leave Jade's channel in the description for you as well. And let's just get started with the questions. The first question is, how many books have you read so far this year? And that is 18, which is not bad, but it's less than I was at last year. I think at this point last year I had read about 25 books, I think. So I'm a little behind on last year, but whatever. Question 2 is, what is your favorite book so far this year? And that is Thin Space by Jodi Casella. This book blew me away. I absolutely loved it. It made me, like, sob when I was done reading it. So it's about this guy in high school whose brother has recently died, and he is trying to find what is called a thin space, which is a thin space between the living world and the dead world that you can pass through so that he can see his brother again. There's so much more to it though, but I can't tell you without giving anything away. There's this weird mystery thing that's happening though. There's just weird stuff that's happening in it that kind of unravels as the story goes, and it's really good. What is the most disappointing book you've read this year? I have two, I guess, for that. One that I finished and one that I did not finish. The one that I did not finish I don't have here because I gave it away. And that's Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I couldn't get past 60 or 70 pages. It had no story, and it was just explaining things, and also it was literally, like, people say it has a lot of 80s references. I wouldn't call those references. It was just literally just people talking about things from the 80s for pages and pages and pages, and I just could not do it. The other book is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I don't know. I guess I liked this book, but first of all, with the amount of love that is surrounding this entire series, I thought I was going to absolutely love it, and for the first half I did absolutely love it, but I cannot get on board with, I can't say anything without spoiling it. How do I say this without spoiling anything? There's just a big aspect to the story that I don't agree with, and that made me so angry I couldn't enjoy the book anymore. And I don't want to read the other books because it's just going to continue with the thing that I don't agree with. And so that really disappointed me. I really thought that I was going to love this book, especially because besides that, and besides the stupid cop-out ending, I did love it. But all the other things about it that I don't agree with completely ruined my reading experience. So that. What genre have you read the most this year? Probably, like, fantasy, not complete fantasy, but basically just something that has an aspect to it that's not real life. Which is, I guess, kind of fantasy on some level. But yeah, mostly stuff that involves things that aren't real. Who is a new favorite author that you've discovered this year? I haven't read more than one book by the same author yet this year. Especially a new author, so I can't call anyone a favorite. I can't call anyone a favorite if I've only read one book by them. But I did really, really enjoy Wolf by Ryan Grodin, and I'm really excited to read the second book. And I have another book by Ryan Grodin as well, so this is a possible answer if I like the other books just as much by her. Is it a girl? Yes. What is the most surprisingly good book you've read this year? Gemina by Jake Kristoff and Amy Kaufman, because I was really hesitant to pick this one up because I was really disappointed in the way Illuminae ended. I loved Illuminae until the big chunk came at the end, and it made me really upset and angry because I thought it was really stupid. So I wasn't really excited to pick up this one, especially because I knew it was following different characters, and I wasn't excited to not only read a book I wasn't sure about, but then also have to fall in love with new people. But I loved this book so much. It was so much better than the first one, and I loved the characters in this book. The characters in this book are my favorite out of all the 3 books. It was so good. And Aiden, I love Aiden so very, very much. So this one was definitely a surprisingly good one for me. What are your favorite and most anticipated releases of 2018? I don't really have a favorite of 2018 because I'm pretty sure I've only read 2 books that were released in 2018. And those are Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff and The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and I didn't love either of them. I did enjoy them, I feel like equally for different reasons. So they're tied, I'm gonna say. Yep. The Cruel Prince takes place in the same world as The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. It's not a sequel or anything like that, it just takes place in the same world, so you don't have to read The Darkest Part of the Forest to read this one or to enjoy it. Although Severin from The Darkest Part of the Forest is in this, a very minor role, but he's still in it, which is kind of exciting. It's about Jude, who's one of the human daughters, living in fairy, as a fairy even though she's not, and there's a lot of stuff going on with who is going to become king, and a lot of people don't want that person to become king, and other people want other people to become king, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens with spies and killing and secrets, and it's really good. I really enjoyed it. But again, I didn't love it, so neither of them are favorites, but I did enjoy them. And my most anticipated releases are The Towering Sky by Catherine McGee, which is the 3rd book in the Thousandth Floor trilogy, and Vengeful, which is a long-awaited sequel to Vicious by V.E. Schwab, and also An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. I'm super excited for that one. What is your next big priority for reading? I don't have any priorities for reading. I just want to read for fun and enjoy it. That's all. What has been your bookish highlight so far this year? So, for me, mostly it has been a book of mine, which is not a full book, it's just a chapter sampler. But I got chapter samplers made up for this book that's coming out in 2019. It's light fantasy and has steampunk elements, and it's based off Amsterdam. It has magic and stealing and kidnapping, and it's, well, I think it's great. So I am really excited for these chapter samplers. I think they're gorgeous, and that's the back. It's very simple, but very exciting for me. This is definitely my highlight for that. Also, this is going to sound super lame, but Anthony, my boyfriend, has been picking out almost all of my books to read so far this year, and I really like it a lot. First of all, I think it's cute, I think it's fun, and it takes all the pressure off me. I don't have to be like, what should I read? Anthony just picks for me, it's great. And the last question is, who do you tag? And I think I'm going to tag Jen from the Book Syrup, April from April Sarah, and Olivia from I Love You for Books. So I hope you guys would like to do this tag, and if you do, I hope you enjoy doing it. And I guess that's all for now. Bye! Have a good day!